everybody. This is Dave and Eric from the PowerCast, Team Powerhouse, live every Tuesday with you. Very excited to have this show together about a very important topic as many of you guys start to prepare for a very special weekend, Father's Day weekend, and it's something special to both Eric and I, and many of you other dads out there. So this is really geared out
Not that Mother's Day is not important,
Or the
but we
most
didn't have this
important.
idea
until
before Mother's Day.
this is true. This is very
So,
true.
so to the mothers out there, we apologize. We will definitely cover that.
Next year on the Mother's
Yes.
Day PowerCast.
Yes.
As you guys know, please make sure to watch us live: Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, Apple Podcasts. You can catch us, and also on Spotify on the replays. Definitely check us out. Go to YouTube, Team Powerhouse Real Estate. We appreciate you guys subscribing. Love to be a part of your lives on the road, on the go, and the replay on Saturdays. TikTok is always a great place to catch all of our new listings coming to market. By the way, speaking of that,
Don't violate any rules now. Go
I
ahead.
know, seriously. This past week, we had some listings that came to the market that were insane. One of the properties we listed was on 80 Patton Drive in Cheshire. And I want to
Which I
thank
put an offer in on, by the way, and didn't get.
you. Did not get this property had, I want to say to you,
was a good
probably
offer.
probably about 40 showings in a matter of 24 hours. And the buyers out there looking for this property here, I got to say, I feel bad because everybody made great offers. There's so many amazing offers that came through. And the person who ended up getting the house, they just went above and beyond one bit more than everybody else. So that being said, we also just listed.
But I think it's partly just an indicator of the Cheshire market specifically.
Well, I'm going to say I agree with you until we listed a property in Plantsville yesterday, Southington. Another fantastic town, a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath colonial with a finished basement on 9 Union. By the way, if you're watching this, you have until about 8:30 to make an offer, as we have multiple offer situations. And it's, again, crazy. The business out there is insane. It's very important to know that as a buyer. Right now, by the way, the new norm, this is important to know, and this is important for sellers and buyers to know very well. The new norm is now 6%. The rates are 6%. This is the new norm, and it is what it is. And eventually, hopefully in a couple of years, we'll have a big change in what happens in our country, and therefore our rates will drop and the country will get back better in a financial way. But at this point, right now, it's 6%, and that's what it is. So with that being said, people are very qualified today to buy a house.
Still
And
less than it was in the 80s, though. 70s and 80s.
100%. I bought my first place, it was almost 8%. And at 8%, it was a good deal because before that, it was, I think, 12%. So buyers out there, don't be discouraged. You do you. You get your best ability with a mortgage. A lot of people are getting gift money from friends and family. It's a huge place to take money from, as well as your 401ks. Even better place to take money from. Use your resources. Make your best offer and keep going. Do not be discouraged. You will get a house. I can promise you, every one of our clients.
Keep at it. Well, I mean, the inventory's up, so I'm
Definitely
seeing
up.
more houses out there.
It's definitely something that you're going to have a better chance to get a home over the next couple of weeks. During the week of 4th of July, don't bother looking. It's time when everybody takes downtime, which you should enjoy yourself as well. Homes do not come on the market that time. And then afterwards, boom, explosion again. All right,
I
so
forgot to mention that we have Danny in studio today.
we have my boy Danny in studio today watching
Daniel.
us.
Eric.
And he's in the background over here. We can always swing him in afterwards at some point during the show also.
Well, he may want to wish his father Happy Father's Day.
Well, that would be nice.
Father's Day. Yeah.
You know,
All weekend.
So with that being said, one of the biggest topics that you should be thinking about now, if you have it, because typically I think fathers are always the last minute gifts.
I think that's why ties have become such a popular, or at least
And a good tie is a great gift.
historically it's
Right.
always been dads get ties.
Yes.
That's because it's like you can run to Marshalls and get a tie. real
Target,
quick.
Marshalls, right? You're right.
Yeah.
And listen, a tie is a great gift if you wear a suit and tie often,
Or if it's a nice looking tie.
or if it's a nice looking tie. It's very true. But it's important you have a few days right now. In the next few days for your dads, somebody who's out there hustling, taking care of the family, loving you every day. Hopefully, you've got a great husband, father that you want to make them feel special at least once a year for sure. If not, especially on their birthday, but we'll get into that later on. So, when it comes to Father's Day, as a fathers that we are, it can be from the simplest gifts to the most creative gifts that you can come up with. And we've kind of come up with some categories of things that I think are important to kind of talk about, depending on the kind of father or husband you have.
Well, it depends on the dad's interest. You know,
100% on the interest,
you know.
because the interest makes a big difference. And how
If dad's not a sports fan, then you're not going to get him a golf club.
that is
you know?
true. So let's start with
Or a
that.
golfer.
Let's start with that. So we have the outdoorsman dad, right? That outdoorsman dad likes to go.
Which is apparently not you.
Not this guy. I am not the outdoorsman at all. I'm not the guy who want to buy a gift for outdoors, except if it comes to fishing, which is one of the categories we have here.
Which is done outdoors, Dave.
Love to fish. My son and I love to go fishing. We try and do it a couple of times in the summertime as much as possible if we can. It's a lot of fun. Go deep sea fishing. So if you have
As
someone,
long as the boat has what? Wi-Fi?
no,
A clean bathroom, you know?
a clean bathroom is always nice. But you know, fishing is a great gift. If you haven't been deep sea fishing before, there's a lot of great places to go deep sea fishing on. Going towards Long Island. I'm sorry, not Long Island. Sorry, it's towards New London, in the areas of. Danny, help me out for a quick
Long
minute.
Island too.
Long Island.
I used to fish off of Montauk.
But no, down.
Westbrook, Niantic.
So Niantic has a lot of great places to go fishing. I know that we spend about $75 a head for my son and I. That includes the rod.
For a charter?
For a charter boat with about
Okay.
20 people on it, maybe 30,
That's
whatever.
charter.
Not
That
charter.
sounds more like a party
Oh,
boat.
Yeah,
Party-
party.
Yeah, party
Okay.
boat. So it's a party boat. You on there.
Charters are the best.
Charter.
6 people.
But you have
and-
to have 6 guys you know that want to go, or you join someone else's party.
Well, I've never been invited, so I'm assuming you don't know 4 other guys.
Or 2 other guys. How about this? We'll make plans to go fishing. You, Danny, me, and Dylan this summer. That'd be a lot of fun.
Okay, before
Dylan's-
Dylan goes to school.
Before
yes.
Dylan goes to school. So typically we go deep sea fishing. It's a lot of fun. One of the companies we like to use is called the Sunbeam. A big shout out to the Sunbeam out there. And they are definitely a great company. And I know we spend about $70, $75. It's the lure, the reel. They got the fish. They clean the fish for you. They give them a couple of bucks. It's so much fun.
It's all the stuff you can't do.
All the things I don't want to do for sure. But you have that outdoorsman who likes to go camping. So they get a tent and like to get all their special things. So
Sleeping bags.
So think about your dad, your father, your husband, who might be the outdoorsman, and think about creative gifts that you can pick up at your local sporting goods store that you can get them last minute, which is, and I consider this last minute. It's Tuesday, Father's Day is Sunday. You should be out shopping. Make it happen. Surprise them with something special.
So what did you come up with for the outdoorsman?
So, well,
Any really cool gift?
well, for me, it would be something on the fishing category. Maybe new fishing rods, some lures, maybe actually the gift certificate to go fishing. That's a great gift.
Seasick pills?
Seasick pills. But you don't actually typically have too much seasickness going on the deep sea fishing charter, usually.
It's a bigger boat, so it
yes.
doesn't move as much.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for sure. Not like your typical speedboat or something like that. But another category is your sporting dad or sporting husband, and that could be somebody who's a golf enthusiast, right? And golfers love to go and get around the golf. And around the golf is something where they can go and buy it themselves, yes. But if you go and surprise them, maybe somewhere they haven't been before, maybe you pick up something special. Maybe it's down by the casino. Maybe it's somewhere, in Connecticut. They have a lot of great
Good point.
places to go.
A different course.
A lot of
A
great
different
courses.
course, because I mean, your avid golfer or your semi-regular golfer, they tend to go to the same 2 or 3 or 4 golf courses
With their
you know?
buddies. Yeah, and especially if you have
If
kids.
you really love them, you'll get them some sort of like trip down to North Carolina.
That could be
I
something.
mean, North Carolina has I think that's the most populous state for golf courses.
You might be
North
right.
Carolina has the most golf courses,
Or,
like any place
or
in the
maybe
U.S.
Arizona or something like that. But again, that's a great gift. That could be something a little more expansive. I would say to you, call up a good travel agent. A good travel agent would help you prepare for a trip like that.
That's
I'm
worth it.
I'm going to throw a little shout out to Bespoke
Bespoke.
Travel. Yeah, Bespoke Travel. Bruce is a fantastic. Him and his team are great at planning those kind of things. I can get you a phone number for that, but I don't have my phone on me because we're using it for the Instagram right now. That being said, we can get you his information. In addition to that, we have, with golf, you have a lot of options. You have clothing, you have golf clubs, you have, again, around a golf, maybe they're a tennis, enthusiast. Maybe they're a softball player. Think about your husband, your dads, and what they do. And if you get something really cool for them, they're really going to appreciate that. It's the thought that goes into what you get them because you love them that much and they're that special of a person
But I
to
think
you.
the thought that goes into the gift is what really impacts,
100%. You
It's
throw-
like, you can get me a putter and I'm like, okay, I golf like twice a year.
Right.
So, yeah, it's a nice putter, but I'll never get to use it.
That's true. That's
know?
true. And with that comes to, again, activities that can be, let's say, outside the house that maybe you enjoy or haven't done before. One of the things that Erik is pretty knowledgeable in is the axe throwing. Axe throwing is something that would be an amazing gift for a dad. Maybe he goes with his buddies, maybe he goes with you,
Never
whoever
done it.
you are involved in that.
I've never done it.
You've never done it
I
before?
haven't done it yet, no.
But you've purchased a couple of gift cards from it.
Yes.
Okay. So the axe throwing can be a really cool thing to do. One more thing is golf simulator. There's a place in North Haven that we're very fond of and familiar with. We had them on the show at Golf Cove.
Yes.
This is something that would be an amazing gift if they're a golf enthusiast, especially it's a rainy day or not a rainy day, and they go inside and they play golf. As you've seen before on our previous podcast, you go there and you can play at any golf course in the world.
Country,
actually.
I think. I don't know about world, I think
Not-
it's
Out
country.
of the country, and you literally have the most real experience, and it's basically a competition with your buddies. Have some drinks, have some food. Great place, Golf
Great
Cove.
food, and you don't lose any golf balls.
And you-
Although you almost did, because I think you hit one and it went like somewhere in the room that we couldn't find it.
Well, sometimes you're not as good as other people, but you learn from your experiences. But they also have the golf coach pro there too, which also
They
can
do,
help.
he was awesome.
He was awesome. I forgot his name. Great golf pro. Help you with your swing.
He's a Southern student.
And he goes
He's
to
on the
Southern Connecticut, you're right.
SCSU golf team.
That's right. That's right. So again, some could be activities that your dad can go, your husband can go to and enjoy. It could be with your kids. It could be with his friends. It could be with you. Maybe you're involved in golf as well. It could be a great date night. Something on those categories can definitely be something very sporadically and special that your husband and also father are not prepared for, and you throw them for that curveball. So hopefully listening and taking some notes here. I'm going to go into some simple gifts. Now, how often have you walked in and seen your dad or your husband wearing a, white T-shirt that looks like it should have been burned like 6 years ago, yellow armpits, it's, but it's his favorite. But maybe it's time to get him some new V-neck T-shirts. It's a simple gift.
Well,
and
crew neck works too.
crew neck, V-neck.
Well, you're kind of
I'm
particular
sorry.
to V-neck.
I
so.
happen like V-neck, but you're right. It could be crew neck, could be V-neck. Go out there and then get the Hanes T-shirts for them. I mean, something they should have under their shirt, under their clothing. It could be a pair. How about their boxers? Do they have holes in them? Do they have stains that they shouldn't have in boxers that only they know about and
They
you know
have to
about?
have holes or you can't get in them.
Could be a cool pair of dress socks. Dress socks are a big thing that I think people would be easy to get a hold of.
I
and-
love colorful dress socks.
Yeah, something wild and crazy.
It's such a nice accent, especially if you can match your pocket square
That's a good point.
to the socks.
Pocket square and socks.
Pocket square, socks, and tie, all same color pattern. It's ridiculous.
Now that's a great idea. And you know what? At some point, at least once a year, most of us have to wear a dress up for some reason. Hopefully, it's a good occasion. So another great thing to kind of pick up on. What if you have a musician in the family? Your husband or father is a musician. They like to play different kind of instruments. I think I'm boring Jonathan over here. Instruments.
He doesn't
maybe
play any
they're-
instruments. Jonathan, do you play any instrument?
No.
Okay.
So maybe they're a guitar player and they need some new strings or a pick, or maybe they need for their drums
Oh,
the pedals.
pedals for the drums? No, for
Yeah,
the guitar.
For the bass drum, or pedals
Yeah.
for the guitar also.
Well, pedals for the guitar.
A new amp.
Amplifier.
Yeah, new
Yeah.
amplifier. So maybe they're a musician or music enthusiast, or maybe they want to learn how to play the what's that small guitar?
Ukulele.
Ukulele. My buddy Chris actually plays ukulele. sits outside in the summertime.
But doesn't he play multiple instruments?
He actually, it's funny, he learned from YouTube how to play, which is
Oh.
pretty cool stuff. Maybe get your husband or father some lessons that he's ever wanted to have that experience of.
You forgot to mention that Chris was on the show.
Chris Glenn was on the show.
He's
We
our
had
bourbon
our bourbon
expert.
expert. Yes, absolutely. So that could be a lot of fun to get those kind of things for him. Or maybe your dad is the guy behind the grill. He's a grill master.
Yeah.
Somebody
Or
who
thinks he is anyway.
Or thinks he is, right. That's not this guy, by the way.
No.
But grill master, it could be something, he's a chef in the kitchen, maybe a new set of knives or some new pots and pans. That would get him excited because these are things he loves to use or a whole new spice rack.
How about because we were going over some of the items earlier.
Yes.
And it's a simple search on like cool Father's Day gift items 2022.
Yes.
Because, it's not 2004.
That's true. That is very true.
So I found this one, a grilled personal pizza maker.
Now, Dylan and family, if you're listening, it's very important. I say Dylan because that's Eric's son, Nicole, and Victoria. Thank you very much. I'm sorry. So, girls, guys, if you're listening, your dad, this is a great little gift. Go ahead, Eric, talk more about it.
No, it's a grilled personal pizza maker. So I guess you throw the dough in.
Yeah.
I wish we had a visual that we could show you guys, but you throw the dough in, you throw some mousse on top.
Yeah.
In the image here, they have some basil on top, and that's it. I mean, you could probably throw a little bit of sauce on there, whatever, but it's more like an artisan pizza, but it looks fantastic.
It almost looks like it's got like a top with a grillet in the bottom, like there's some kind of grillet.
Yeah, it's like making it in a brick oven, so it's nice.
And you throw it on top of your grill, and you got it all done. That's a great idea, by the way. There are a lot of great, cool things out there if you're creative. And again, you can pick these things up locally. Speaking of that, I've seen a lot of these people that are selling these personal pizza makers. We kind of saw that before too. And, these personal pizza makers you can buy that they have, there's a lot of different categories. You can buy for $1, for $2, for $3, and they run between a couple $100 and a couple $1,000. But that might be something for your father and or husband that he might enjoy doing.
Well, this one's considerably cheaper.
Yeah, much cheaper.
This one was $40.
That's a great price tag right on there. So kitchen, there are a lot of things you can pick up the father who likes to cook to help him and pick up some new things. Maybe he's got an old grill set or old, even the things to hold on to the hot stuff, the mitts, something fun.
Or an apron.
An apron, Happy Father's Day.
Chef's apron.
The greatest dad in the world apron. I think that'd be a great one for him. How about the dad who's a tech dad? Now, a tech dad is going to be somebody that is looking to either be tech or is tech already. Because if your dad has a flip phone, right, maybe it's time to pick him up a new phone and get him into the next gen situation. Teach him how to use some of the new tech that's out there. Maybe, Eric, you mentioned something that you saw that was pretty cool over here, the Skylight Calendar.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's something called a Skylight Calendar. What exactly is a Skylight Calendar?
Oh, good. Now you asked me about the Skylight Calendar. I don't have that on my screen.
If you go to Google and you type in Skylight Calendar.
Here it is.
What is the Skylight Calendar?
It's a Skylight calendar display. So it's almost like, it looks like it's just a small tablet, right?
Yeah.
And for the busy dad who has like multiple meetings and stuff
The real
during the
estate
day,
dad.
the good thing is that this can stay home,
Yes.
and if somebody says, hey, I gotta call dad, check the calendar.
Right.
And it tells you where dad is. It's like, don't bother dad, he's in a very important meeting or
Or
whatever.
where is my husband? I don't understand why he's not home for dinner. And you remember, because you look at the Skylight Calendar, where he is and what he's doing. It's a good way also to make plans for, future dates and, things you're going to have plans with the family or your significant other.
Well, it's a good desk item too, because you can have it on your desk.
Yes.
And you don't have to like, oh, let me pull out my phone.
And it syncs with the phone to the calendar,
Yep.
so therefore you can know what each other's doing. Maybe it's something where your significant other is involved, that they're putting their things in, you're putting your things in, and you know when you can have a date night. And I think date night's an important thing to make sure. You know what? A great thing for dad is plan a date night. And it could be date night with the kids. It could be date night with your significant other. I think that's important to know that, dad not always want to make decisions. As a matter of fact, I like not to make decisions at all if I don't have to. I like to go with the flow, personally. How about you?
No,
Not a decision maker or not a go with the flow guy?
no, not a go with the flow guy.
Or you like to make the decisions?
Yes.
Eric is the decision maker. I like to go with the flow, although my wife might say to you that's not true. Based
How
on
about
our
a koozie with a pop socket?
a koozie with a pop socket, that's a pretty genius idea.
That's for the drinker dad. I
The
think we
drinker
have that subject on there, don't we?
We do have the drinker diet in here also.
Not drinker like, he's got a problem.
That
You
is,
know,
yeah, don't have to be a problem guy. The drink dad is a guy who likes maybe a good bottle of wine or a scotch. Maybe you get some nice cool glasses for a drink or wine glasses. A drink can be something as simple as whatever you want to make it. But again, something that may be more personalized or something just be thoughtful enough to know, hey, my dad enjoys this kind of thing, or my husband, and he would really be touched by it because you thought, even a mixer. How about if you like to make drinks for your dad or your husband? How about that for an idea? You mixologist become, and you can make him a special drink that he likes. Maybe he likes a Manhattan. Maybe he likes what's it called?
yeah, but practice first. You don't want to make a Manhattan. That's really bad.
Or what's that? I can't. I'm drawing a blank with the bourbon and I can't remember the name. Or maybe like some margarita. It's summertime. Margaritas are big. You have also the wine with
What's
the
the one
fruit.
that's popular in Miami? I haven't had one yet.
What color is it? Is it
I
clear?
don't know. It's fruity.
Pina colada?
No,
Strawberry daiquiri?
no.
Okay.
The Cubans in the crowd, very little of them, are probably going, you don't know the name of this darn drink?
So it's a Cuban drink.
I don't know that it's Cuban. I think it's made of rum. It's
Okay.
made with rum, but it's one of those very popular.
Eric's gonna
fruity
remember
drinks.
halfway through the show, and he's gonna just shoot it out when he hears it. When he
I
remembers
will.
it. So tech guy, going back to the tech guy, something else that Eric mentioned before to me, we were talking earlier on. Is your husband or father someone who loses things, right? So they have this thing called AirTags, and many companies like Apple have them. They're fantastic. You pop one in your wallet, can't find your wallet, there's your wallet, or you attach it to your keys, or you put it on. In my house, we have these AirTags on our remote controls because our daughter Drew, who's 4 years old, likes to hide remote controls, which makes us crazy, whether it's in the couch or in her kitchen or under her dolls. So AirTags are really cool gifts, very techy.
Yeah, if dad's always like losing his keys or, hey, where's my wallet? Or that's if somebody hasn't lifted it from the nightstand and is
the
rifling through it for some
The,
cash.
the worst part is when someone takes your stuff and moves it where you usually put it, and then you're completely confused as to where it could be. Like my daughter again, my keys are on the table, and she decides while I'm getting ready to take my keys and hide them in her kitchen. Unbeknownst to me, I'm running all over the house looking for these keys, and I say to my wife, "Oh my God, I need the second set. I can't find my keys. I'm running late." I take the keys, I go. My wife calls me in the car. Val's like, "So just so you know, Drew came out and said to me, 'Where's Daddy?' And I told him you left, and she says, 'How did he leave? Because I hid his keys from him.'" That's my daughter. All right,
I found the drink,
what was the drink called?
mojito.
Oh, mojito.
I've never had a mojito.
What?
I've never had a mojito.
So you know who makes the best
I think
mojito?
they're pulling my Cuban card, by the way.
I'm going to tell you something. The
Mojito.
best mojito, you have to come over. Valerie makes the most amazing mojito. She really should have been a bartender. I mean, unbelievable. Besides the fact that she's an amazing wife, and she's absolutely beautiful, and she's an amazing mother, she's a great bartender. And she loves to make a good drink. That is 100% for sure.
And she can cook.
And, amazing cook. Eric, you're due to come over for dinner and drinks. We have to make that happen.
Yeah, is there a food that has mojito in it, or
Every food could have mojito in it if it needs to be.
mojito soaked salmon?
All right, so your work dad. The work dad might need something for work. What could he need for work?
Briefcase?
Briefcase is a good one. Definitely be a briefcase. He's probably had that same briefcase. He's been getting dinged and banged and scratched, and a great gift, easy to find. Typically a briefcase too. Go out there.
How
Check.
about a wireless mouse?
It's funny. A wireless mouse could be a great gift. What if your dad is the old school guy with the wire still attached to the mouse? You go and get him that wireless mouse, completely confuse him, He might.
What is this witchcraft?
Right.
What is this?
But he'll love it in the end because it'll be something that'll help him be disconnected from that wire that we don't have to use anymore. Pretty cool idea, Eric. I love
Although
that.
it is reliable.
It is definitely reliable because you don't have to keep a battery. It's charged usually
Right.
right attached to the wall. Also, a great chair. If he's somebody who works from home, and a lot of dads are working from home, moms are working from home, a great chair, something that's very good for the back, the neck. I picked up a chair over the pandemic. I just drew a blank on the name of it.
Is that the X chair?
No, it's a gaming chair, and the chair was about $400, the most expensive thing I've ever bought for a chair. But I will tell you, the chair blew my mind. I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's got a T on it. Crap, I'll think of the name.
Tesla?
No, not Tesla. No. I'll remember. I'll get back to you on the chair. Let's see. What about your gym dad? The dad who likes to go to the gym. The guy who's always trying to work out, take care of himself, be in shape, but he's been wearing the same ratty, smelly clothes for the last few years and really needs a game changer. Something will maybe go down to the outlets down in Clinton Crossing or Westbrook and maybe go to Under Armour or one of the Puma outlets and you pick him up some new shorts and t-shirts.
Well, you got to look the part when you go to the gym,
You
right?
gotta look the part, but a lot of dads when I'm in the gym, I see them. They're wearing that same outfit, almost like from college, that they need to change. The t-shirt is so faded that it needs, a new change, something with a nice, new look for them.
Hey, you know what? Get him a session with a trainer. If they're not already,
In a training session.
well, if they're not already in a training session, or if they could use that little bit of expertise, for a couple of days or something.
And dads can handle being told, hey, dad, you know what? We know that you've been struggling with your weight a little bit. We love you. We thought maybe get you a couple of training sessions with this so-and-so person. It's a great gift. And you know what? It's going to help make him healthier and happier. Love that idea.
Protein.
Some protein shakes.
Protein shakes, creatine if they're going hard,
You know what I've been a nice idea also is if you're at home, a yoga mat, which are great to stretch on. Listen, I have to stretch out every day. I have a mat I lay down on. I go to the gym, actually bring the mat there. Or actually the mats at, sorry. There's mats at the gym. I lay down, I have to stretch out for about 10 minutes before I begin my routine because of the back and the hamstrings. We're getting older. Our bodies are just not the way they used to be. So think about those kind of things that might be a positive impact and something you might be very excited to have. Not to mention a neck massager or some kind of what they call this, massage guns. If you don't know what a massage gun is, it's basically like, how would you describe it?
Drill.
Like a drill.
A drill, but it's reciprocating, so it's just like it goes back and forth.
And maybe your father or your spouse is needing a couple of good whacks, and you were able to apply that pressure for him, and he's grateful for it.
You made Jonathan giggle.
All right, drinking gifts. Going back to drinking gifts, because a lot of great gifts, drinking gifts. Maybe, again, he loves wine. Get him a great bottle of red wine. Something that he could buy himself, but he didn't. Something maybe you went to that wine enthusiast liquor store where they have great ideas. Or they're...
Yeah, so let's put it this way. So I have a list of bourbons, let's say,
Yes.
that I'm either particular to, or I kind of say will be within my budget, right?
Yes.
So let's say somebody's thinking of me and says, you know what, I'm going to get him Pappy Van Winkle or something like that,
Wow.
Right.
You went like right there.
No, I went straight to the top. Yeah, I deserve nothing less, But no, so Dad may be like, okay, I drink, Jim Beam or Blanton's or
Right. Blanton's is
because
good
it's
stuff.
no, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, because Dad's trying to stay reasonable with $50 to $75.
Right, you're trying to be budget friendly.
Get him that
Special.
get him that little notch above.
That would be that's a great gift. Vodka, tequilas. Tequila's a big.
Or whatever he likes.
Yeah,
Yes.
tequila is one of the biggest, most up and coming beverages that people are really into. And I've learned about tequila now. It's amazing to me how many different kinds of tequilas there are out there and the different price range they come into. So maybe you get that,
And there's
special
no worm.
mezcal.
There's no worm.
No worm.
There's no such thing as a worm. You know that, right?
There is. Well,
No.
what is it? It's not a real worm.
No, it's a real worm, but there's no mezcal worm.
Right.
So mezcal is based on mescaline, which is created in a lab, right? So mescaline is a drug.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no mescaline tree.
I may have remembered that. Yes.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
hold on, what's that? Can you pull up tequilas for a second?
Sure.
There's one that comes that's in a white glass bottle with blue kind of high-end tequilas. Tequila is one of those things that it's like bourbons and scotches that are so many levels of tequilas out there, whether you like the dark or the light, whether you like it on the
You want me
rocks
to get
or
tequila
straight.
with a worm or just
Well,
tequila?
There's many levels of tequila out there. Again, it's a big summertime drink as well, and it's low in sugar. It's actually much healthier for the body. I'm actually starting to learn a little bit more about tequila to kind of help my body slowly get into it. Tequila became a very dangerous product for me in the past because I would tend
that
to
recently,
do things.
or-
Well, in the last couple of years, I would drink tequila as some of my friends may know, and then I tend to do things that I wasn't supposed to do, which get me into trouble. But I found that if you can start to learn how to drink something and get your body used to it in a way, oh, you're finding the stuff right over here.
Well, that's the
aren't
worm. So, see the worm?
you? I see the worm.
Okay, but it's just a regular worm.
It's just a regular worm. All right, so alcohol. We'll go to the next topic. Tickets to an event. A great gift would be tickets to a sporting event or some kind of event, a concert. Something that would completely shock your father, your spouse, that they would be unexpected to get. Something they want to go to. That's something you want to go to. That's important. Don't take them to see like, Cher, Diana Ross. Maybe that's not his thing. Maybe you want to take him to see like, I don't know.
Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones,
Yeah.
right? Or maybe he wants to go see Pavarotti. I don't know. Something he might be enjoying, excited to see. It could also be a sporting
Pavarotti's
event.
dead, David.
I'm sorry, Pavarotti was the wrong answer. What's the big opera guy over there? I apologize.
Is he still doing it? I know there was Andrea Bocelli. but-
Bocelli, exactly. Bocelli, or something in that category he likes. But in addition to that, they also have sporting events. Local sporting events are a lot of fun. Have you been to the big soccer arena they have in Hartford? That's supposed to be a lot of fun.
Are the
If-
Rockettes still playing or no? I don't even know.
I don't know for sure. They've got the Yard Goats,
Yard Goats.
right? Yard Goat
Yeah.
Stadium. You've got maybe you could take him get movie tickets for him. Dad hasn't been to a movie in the last 20 years, and he has no idea that
Well,
the seats
if he has,
recline.
but they've been kids' movies because he's been taking you to the movies.
That's true. Or maybe he has never seen the reclining seats in the new theater, or maybe he needs to go out and just relax and have some fun with you.
Well, what's those theaters like with the epic sound and all that stuff? What is
Yes.
it? IMAX? Is it
Like an IMAX.
IMAX? Yes, IMAX.
The theaters today are
I haven't
really.
done that yet either.
You know who I watch all the time that goes to the theaters all the time is Vinny Penn. Vinny Penn is at the movies with his kids every week, and he does this whole. If you know Vinny Penn, one of the coolest dudes ever, he does this movie review, and he's always out there with his kids going to see shows. So that could be a lot of fun for the kids. Could be for your significant other. Something fun to do. Again, great gifts, not expensive things to do that you should definitely be out there thinking about your significant other and or also your spouse or from the kids, etc. Let's see what else. How about the handyman dad? The dad who's a handyman, not this guy, but he's the guy that likes to go to Home Depot. He's at Lowe's every weekend. He just goes there because it's fun and exciting. My buddy Pat loves to go to Home Depot. As a matter of fact, this is one of his favorite places to go. And he always finds some kind of project or thing to do. My buddy Joey, the same thing. These guys who are a handyman, they love to go. And while they're there, they come up with new ideas and things to buy. So maybe that's your significant other or your dad that you want to go and get something for him there, or even a gift card. Eric, you got
Yeah.
something you want to say over
No,
there?
no, just looking at some of the handyman items, 5-drawer steel tool chest. I don't think I have
Wow.
enough tools to fill this thing.
That's pretty impressive. How expensive is something like that, though?
$134.
Hold on, go back to that. That's
Handmade leather workshop apron.
that might be a safety.
What, the steel tool chest?
So at Lowe's.
1000 series, 5-drawer steel tool chest.
Wow, 1,000 series 5 tools. That was
Yeah.
only $135. Now again, you don't have to go crazy. You know what would be another great gift for Dad? How about going to the car wash and having some gift certificates to the car wash? Because his car needs to be clean. He's not conscious about it. He never has time. Bring in somebody who does detailing. We have lots of things you can do for Dad that he's going to be very excited about. How about the guy who likes to go outside and work in the yard? He's the landscaper dad, okay? He's the guy out there that loves his lawnmower. He loves to make sure that the driveway has a great snow blower in the summertime.
Yeah,
On
well,
wintertime,
I
sorry,
mean,
winter.
I mean, you want to talk about thoughtful. It's
Yes.
like, you look out the window and you see dad out there snow plowing or snow blowing the driveway and the sidewalk or what have
Yep.
you, right? And it's like, okay, you know what? Get him the cab.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
a great idea.
get
the
him
cab.
the cab. So it's like, hey, Dad, I'm thinking of you.
Well-
I'm still inside drinking hot chocolate,
Right.
but at least I got you this cab that keeps you
Explain
protected.
what the cab is, though.
The cab is it's a see-through kind of plastic or vinyl enclosure
Yep.
that attaches to the snow blower, so that when the wind blows the snow around that you're throwing, it's not coming back on you. Plus, it's protecting you from the wind and all that other stuff. So it's got to be a little bit warmer in that
It's
sucker.
got to be not only warmer, but it's also got to be safer as well.
I mean, you could also go out there and push the snowblower yourself if you wanted to, but
Yeah, that's probably not going to
You know.
happen because most people are going to.
Dad likes pushing that thing. I don't
Dad
know
likes
what
to
it
be
is.
out there, and those dads who like to be out there like to be out there. It maybe needs a lawnmower. Maybe there's a lawnmower that he's been like eyeing, or maybe there's a new grill he's been eyeing. Again, outdoor dad. You can also get him a gift card to a nursery. Maybe he likes to plant beautiful flowers and fruits and vegetables. There are so many great gifts you can get dad, and the whole point of this is to make sure you put the effort in, because at the end of the day, you love your dad. You love that he smiles and he's happy and he works hard for you and the family, I hope. And he's a great husband or father, etc. And something that you can think really thoughtful, doesn't have to be a lot of money. It's the thought that counts. Make sure to have a card for him. You know what's interesting? When you get a gift, but there's no card, you're like, how is there no card there?
Do they make Father's Day cards?
Oh, listen, I always made Father's Day cards as a kid, right? And those are the best cards you keep as memories in your drawer that when your kids made for you. Make sure to make a card. And don't do this stuff last minute. Don't make the card on Sunday morning when you're sitting at breakfast that you're about to give them presents or something like that, and because you didn't prepare. Get prepared. Do that extra effort and make Dad happy. All
And
right.
Mom, when it's time.
And Mom, when it's time, we're going to make a very special show for Mom next year, next May. And we sorry missed Moms this past year. But
We'll do better. We promise.
we'll definitely do better. We want to thank you so much for always watching us every week. We are now at the end of the show where we talk about our spinner wheel, where we get to give a new special client a gift and to see who gets to win a special tumbler. Jonathan, who's our lucky winner today?
God, I hope I win.
Nushrena from Instagram. Nushreena.
No, Sharina, thank you so much for following us on Instagram.
Congrats.
We are very excited for you to have a new tumbler. Please reach out to us. We'll get it out to you. Thank you so much. Guys, remember, follow us on all our social media platforms. You have YouTube, Team Powerhouse Real Estate. Please click subscribe. Go to TikTok. Watch our TikTok videos of all the new listings coming on the market. Go to Instagram. Follow us there if you're not already. In addition to that, go to Facebook. Follow us on our personal pages, on our team page. There is some place to find us when you're in the car and you're driving and you hadn't had a chance to watch the show live. You're on Spotify, you're on Apple CarPlay, you're on Twitch. For all those gamers out there, if you're somewhere you want us to be, we're going to be there for you, and we appreciate the opportunity to be in your lives. Remember, if you're looking to buy a house or sell a house, again, our team would love to work for you. We're always going to be here for
I
you.
forgot about real estate.
I know, just a little bit of real estate. We'd love to work for you. When it comes to our clients, we like to go above and beyond with tech, videos, photo, and advertising like no other. Make sure to watch our pages, see what we do and how we differ from the rest. And then, of course, let us know what you think. Thank you so much for joining us every week. We appreciate you very much, and we will see you next week.